How can you repair missing boot files in an operating system? Imagine trying to start your computer and getting a message that says the system cannot find the boot files. That can be frustrating, but understanding how the boot process works makes fixing it easier. When you turn on your computer, the firmware, which is either BIOS or UEFI, wakes up and checks your hardware. It then looks for the boot files on your storage device to start the operating system. These files include the master boot record or the GID partition table, depending on your system, along with bootloader files and the boot configuration data store. If any of these are missing or damaged, your system cannot load properly, leading to errors like missing operating system or no boot device found. To fix this, first, make sure your hard drive is recognized in the BIOS or UEFI settings. If the drive isn't detected, you might have a hardware issue or connection problem. Next, you can use the installation or recovery media for your operating system, like a USB drive or DVD. Boot from this media to access repair tools. Many operating systems include an automated startup repair option that scans your system and attempts to fix common boot issues automatically. This is often the quickest way to resolve missing or corrupted boot files. If automated repair doesn't work, you can try fixing the boot files manually using command line tools. For Windows, you need to open the command prompt from the recovery environment. Then, run commands like bootrec to repair the master boot record, bootrec/fixboot to write a new boot sector, and bootrec/rebuild to rebuild the boot configuration data store. If your system uses UEFI with GID partition table disks, you might need to assign a drive letter to the FI system partition and use the bcdboot command to recreate the boot files. These steps restore the core files needed for your operating system to start. It's also important to verify that your boot partition is active and correctly formatted. Using disk management tools like DiskPart on Windows, check that the partition containing the boot files is marked as active and formatted with the correct file system, such as FAT32 partitions. If the partition isn't active or is corrupted, your system won't be able to boot. Different operating systems have their own methods for fixing boot files. Windows relies on boot files like bootnger and the boot configuration data store, and repair tools are built into installation media. Linux systems often use the grub bootloader, which can be reinstalled or reconfigured with commands like grub install and update grub from a live Linux environment. macOS uses FI and a recovery partition, where you can run disk utility or reinstall macOS to repair boot issues. Repairing missing boot files is especially important after malware infections, improper shutdowns, disk errors, or failed updates. It allows you to recover your existing system without losing data. Knowing how the boot process functions and how to repair its components can save you time and help maintain system availability. In essence, fixing missing boot files involves checking hardware detection, running automated repair tools, and manually rebuilding boot records and configuration data. The exact steps depend on whether your system uses BIOS or UEFI and which operating system you have, but the goal remains the same: restoring the essential files that allow your computer to start up correctly.